asked AI to find the perfect NBA player comps for every draft pick based purely on stats. Number 1 pick Cooper Flagg, the numbers were wild. Flagg averaged 21, 10, and 4 with 2.5 blocks, shooting 36% from deep, and a 7-foot wingspan. AI instantly matched him to Anthony Davis. Why? Same rim protection, rebounding, and insane mobility for his size. But if things don't fully click, AI says his floor is Harrison Barnes, a steady 15-point scorer who can defend and stretch the floor. The AI dove into Dylan Harper's stat sheet for this one and came back with a comp that'll make Spurs fans excited. Harper put up 19, 6, and 5 with elite pick-and-roll efficiency and defensive metrics. The AI says, Paul George ceiling, same frame, scoring versatility, and defensive instincts. But if his shot never fully develops, his floor. Bruce Brown, a gritty glue guy who can guard 1 to 3 and handle the rock. Edgecombe stats scream downhill slasher. But who does AI think he plays like? 21 points a game, 56% from 2, elite transition metrics, plus strong steal and block rates. The AI says he's Dwayne Wade in the making, explosive, physical, and relentless. But if he doesn't polish that jumper, his floor is Avery Bradley, a defensive menace with just enough offense to stay on the court. Kneuppel's shot chart is ridiculous, but does AI think he's more than just a sniper? Kneuppel shot 44% from 3, had a near 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, and elite field metrics. AI says, Joe Ingles ceiling, big playmaker, knockdown shooter, smart defender, but the floor, Kyle Korver, primarily a sniper if the playmaking doesn't scale up. Either way, the analytics seem to have this guy absolutely dialed into one legacy. Don't worry, Hornets fans. At least you got your Summer League MVP. I told AI to analyze Ace Bailey's stats, and it gave me 2 wildly different futures. Bailey's per 36, 22 points, 8 boards, 1.7 steals, plus a 6'10" frame with shot creation flashes. The AI? Brandon Ingram's ceiling, fluid ISO score, tough shot maker, mismatch nightmare. Check out this floor though. Karis LeVert, flashes of greatness, but streaky and inconsistent. AI looked at Tre Johnson's stats and said, this guy's already built to score. Johnson posted 24 a game on 38% from deep, with strong ISO and catch-and-shoot numbers. The AI comp? Donovan Mitchell. Explosive first step, big-time shot maker. But if he never tightens the decision-making, his floor is Carlton Scott. Athletic flashes, but no consistent impact. When AI broke down Jeramiah Fears' efficiency, the comp came back elite. 19 points per game, 41% from 3, strong defensive box score stats, AI says. Jaylen Brown ceiling, physical, versatile, fast twitch. But if he never becomes a star, RJ Barrett is a pretty generous floor, volume score, but streaky and tough to build around. Egor Demin's stat profile screams skill, but AI gave me a comp that might surprise you. 6 feet 9 inches with shooting splits of 50, 40, 85 inches, and a nearly 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. AI says, Bojan Bogdanovic ceiling, smooth stroke, efficient score. If he flattens out, Marco Bellinelli, useful shooter, but not a focal point. When I asked AI for a comp based on the Raptors' 9th pick, Collin Murphy-Boyles, the blend of size and motor jumped off the page. 14 points, 8 boards, 1.5 steals, 1.3 blocks, super efficient, 65% from the field, plus elite hustle metrics. AI says, shades of Bam Adebayo, oversized big, switchable, high IQ defender with finishing touch. But if the passing and touch don't evolve, his floor is Tristan Thompson, a rim runner who defends but doesn't stretch the floor. 7-footer with great hands and timing. AI says Khaman's stats match an NBA rising star. 11-9-2 with 2.3 blocks, 70% at the rim, excellent defensive rating. AI comp, Alperen Sengun ceiling, playmaking big with touch. Floor, Ian Mahinmi, energy big, backup minutes. Cedric Coward's advanced stats lit up the AI's defensive radar. High steal block rate, efficient 3-and-D metrics, plus elite transition numbers. AI says, Semi-Ojalaye's ceiling, do-it-all glue guy who can defend 1 to 4. But if the shot doesn't hold up, his floor is Dallin Terry, physical, but limited offensively.
Anybody to be healthy. Oh my goodness.
Essengue didn't have gaudy stats, but AI locked in on the defensive flashes and motor. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 1.5 blocks, 63% FG, high efficiency, plus elite rim protection per 36. AI says, Nick Claxton's ceiling, mobile shot blocker with switch ability. But if he stays raw offensively, floor is Tony Bradley, a limited backup big with good touch, but low impact. Essengue might not wow you on the box score, but AI sees the blueprint of a modern defensive five. AI looked at Derick Queen's efficiency and low post scoring and said this guy's built for the paint. 17, 8, and 3, high FG percent, low turnover big. AI seems to see a lot of. Jarrett Allen's ceiling, interior anchor, efficient finisher, but his floor? Alex Lynn, serviceable backup with limited mobility. Bryant's frame and scoring pop off the page. AI had no trouble finding his comp. 14 points, 5 boards, 36% from 3. Long 6 feet 8 inches wing with room to grow. AI says Michael Porter Jr.'s ceiling, tall shot maker with deadly catch and shoot ability. But if he stays one-dimensional, floor is Cam Reddish, flashes without the consistency. If he locks in defensively and keeps hitting shots, he could be a top 10 redraft guy. Sorber's stats are old school. Power, boards, and paint touches. AI leaned big with this one. 13 points, 7 boards, 1.5 blocks, 58% FG, strong post presence, great rebounding rate. AI comp? Al Horford's ceiling, a steady two-way big with soft touch and leadership. But if the mobility's not there, floor is Isaiah Stewart. Effort guy, but matchup limited. If Sorber can stretch the floor even a little, he becomes way more than a backup big. I know you've all been waiting for this moment. 7-footer Yang Hansen, and of course our little tool, pulled out one of the wildest names you could imagine. He averaged 10, 9, and 4, shooting over 58% with one of the best assist rates for a big in years. AI says his ceiling? Nikola Jokic. Seriously, same vision, size, and short roll playmaking. But if the shooting and defense never catch up, his floor is Naz Reid, a stretchy backup with flashes, but no full-time starter lead. If he adds range or improves foot speed, he could go from sleeper to franchise piece. I asked AI to analyze pick 17, Joan Beringer, and the defensive numbers tell the story. He's a 6'11" center who averaged about 5 rebounds and nearly a block per game in Eurocup play with elite rim protection instincts. AI sees a ceiling of Rudy Gobert-light, versatile shot blocker who anchors defense. But if his offensive polish and feel don't develop, his floor is Dwayne Dedmon, serviceable rotation center on defense. Walter Clayton Jr. stats scream instant scoring, and AI's comp was exactly what we think. As a senior, he put up 18.3 points, 4.2 assists, with top-tier pull-up efficiency and high usage rate. AI says his ceiling is Jordan Clarkson, turbo scorer off the bench. But if his shot selection or defense don't translate, his floor is Seth Curry, pure off-ball shooter with defensive limitations. If he adds consistency and picks his spots, Creighton could be a high-volume spark plug. Nolan Traore's stat line is sleek and efficient. AI matched it to a proven two-way dart. He averaged around 11 points, 4.7 assists, 36.9% from 3, with very low turnovers and high pace control. AI pegged his ceiling as Junior Holiday, steady, defensive-minded floor general. But if his shot never translates, his floor is Tyus Jones, smart backup PG who rarely turns it over. Traore's polish and IQ are his calling cards. Now he just needs consistency. Kasparas Jakucionis' comps were surprisingly on point. Jakucionis put up 12, 4, and 5 on 46% from the field, and nearly 38% from 3, all while showing great pace, decision-making, and size for a lead guard. AI's ceiling cop? Tyrese Halliburton. Same big guard frame, elite passing field, and efficient scoring. But if the burst and defense don't hold up in the NBA, floor is Tomas Satoransky, a crafty Euro-style guard who never became a long-term starter. With a strong IQ, size, and shooting touch, Kasparas has a real path to being a lead playmaker in Miami. Will Riley's scoring efficiency turn heads? AI found a compelling comp. He averaged 12.6 PPG, 4.1 RPG, shooting around 43% from the field in 25 minutes off the bench at Illinois. His ceiling? Kevin Martin, similar lanky frame and scoring instincts. If he struggles to add strength or defense, his floor is Malik Monk, electric in bursts, but limited two-way impact. With more muscle and consistency, he could emerge as an offensive stretch wing. AI looked at Drake Powell's athletic testing and limited college output and didn't blink. His vertical reportedly topped the class at 43 inches, but he averaged just 7.4 points and 3.4 rebounds on 31% from deep. What does he top out at? Desmond Bane, strong shooter who turned his athletic tools into production. If his offensive game stays raw, his floor is Terrence Ross. High flyer with flashes, but spotty efficiency. Asa Newell's stats and physical tools pop off the page, and the result is a big man with serious two-way upside. Asa put up 10 points, 7 boards, 1.5 blocks a game. Long, mobile, and defends in space. Who's he look like at his best? Jaren Jackson Jr. Both are 6 feet 9 inches, shot blocks with perimeter flashes and switch potential. But if his offense never stretches out, his floor is Jared Vanderbilt. High motor defender, limited shooting, energy guy. I asked AI to dig into Clifford's box score dominance, and the comp it spit out feels eerily appropriate. He averaged 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists, shooting 49% from the field and high 30 seconds beyond the arc. Our simulator has him at Jalen Williams, same multi-level scoring, passing instincts, plus rebound activity. But if the shooting or playmaking doesn't scale, his floor might be Josh Hart type. Gritty wing, defensive glue, but not a featured option. If he maintains that assist-to-turnover ratio and stays over 37% from deep, he could become a 3-and-D playmaker off the bench. Next, we're taking a look at Jase Richardson's freshman breakout numbers, and the comp it spat back was surprisingly spot on. Richardson, at barely 6 feet 1, dropped 12, 3-and-1 on splits of 50-40-80. Fred VanVleet is his upside. Efficient off-ball guard with excellent shooting and timing, plus high IQ decision-making. But if his size and playmaking don't evolve, his floor looks like Monty Morris. Solid shooter, limited upside as a creator. Let's hope for the Magic's sake, they finally grab their point guard. I asked AI to digest Ben Saraf's pro stats, and the comp it spit out might surprise you. At 6 feet 6 inches, 200 pounds, he averaged 12-4-3-1 steal, shooting 46% field goal, 29% three-point, 73% free throw in Germany's BBL. AI's ceiling comp? Manu Ginobili, creative scoring, high-level vision, and clutch playmaking. But if his jumper stays inconsistent and he struggles athletically, his floor is Elfree Payton, a pass-first, backup-level distributor. I asked AI to crunch Danny Wolf's Michigan stat sheet, and at 6 foot 10 inches, 252 pounds, you'll want to hear his ceiling comp. Kristaps Porzingis, pick-and-pop big with guard skills and rim protection ability. If his playmaking and shooting stay stagnant, his floor is Frank Kaminsky, hardly useful spacing big with limited defensive upside. With improved consistency shooting and defensive mobility, he could turn into a modern stretch 4 nightmare. Here in the home stretch, we looked at Hugo Gonzalez's limited Real Madrid role, and the comp it threw out was intriguing. At 6 foot 7, Real Madrid's averaged just 11 minutes per game in limited sampling, but had serious flashes of aggression, transition scoring, and defensive versatility. AI's ceiling comp? Karis LeVert, smooth combo wing with scoring touch and length. If the shooting and decision-making remain inconsistent, his floor is Josh Okogie, defense-first energy, limited offensive creation. If he earns starter-level minutes and improves shot consistency, he could spike into a real two-way steal. At 6 foot 6 inches, Big East Freshman of the Year, Liam McNeely's freshman UConn breakout was clearly pro-ready. He posted 14 points, 6.0 rebounds, and 2 assists with a mid-50s true shooting percentage. AI says his ceiling is Harrison Barnes, multi-purpose wing, steady scoring, and defensive versatility. But if he struggles finishing at the rim or creating consistently, his floor is Sam Decker, tweener role player who never locked down a Mitch. At 6'11", with a 7'3" wingspan, he averaged 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 2.3 steals. His ceiling is Nicholas Claxton, switchable rim protector with elite length, lob threat, and modern rim running chops. If his offensive polish never materializes, his floor is more like Mitchell Robinson, athletic big with upside in transition and paint, but limited outside game. If he can develop even a modest mid-range jumper or improve post footwork, his early lottery stock could turn into a multi-year starter projection. All right, hoopheads, thanks for checking out this video. Why not stick around a little longer? You see that subscribe button under me? Yeah, that one. Go on, click it. Oh, and yeah, just go ahead and hit the bell next to it too. If you're too far away from the mouse to click anything, I guess you can just, do nothing. My next video will still play.